Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel. I'm your Trend Sim and I'm your girl Ty Mars. Okay, so within today's video, I am challenging myself to a new thing as a Sims player. The Sims 4 has a bunch of worlds that they've given us over the years, but when it comes to realism that you can create with your builds, you got to get really creative. And I wanted to challenge myself, take those debug tools, a couple of CCs, sorry y'all, and really see what I can make of it. So I've challenged myself to start this challenge, Better Worlds SaveFile. What this is going to be me creating different areas within the Sims 4 world into realistic places that we know and love, or places that we probably want to go to. So within this video, I took on the challenge of Oasis Springs. I'm going to turn Oasis Springs into Vegas. Okay, I'm a New Yorker. I know nothing about Vegas other than movies. Hopefully to go there soon after this horrible pandemic. But, I really wanted it to be a fun place for my Sims because I have this pack. And when I tell you it being a part of the base game, I barely go to Oasis Springs. And the land grabs, do we really check on them? So with this, I'm using a whole lot of debug tools. And what's great about this is, if you're not a crazy sim player like me, I have all of the packs. No judgments. You can get creative as much as you can if you don't have it, but this is just how I'm going. So I went into the debug options and I basically took all of the buildings from City Living, which is from San Myshuno. I took a lot of things from Eco. I took a couple of buildings also from the newest pack for Snowy Escapes. I wanted buildings that look really modern. I wanted buildings even from the Get Famous area to, things that just look really bright, really shimmery. I wanted a lot of billboards. I want it to feel like this is Sin City. This is our brightest area. This is an attraction. I want my Sims to come here and do multiple things. But within this video, this is just me showing you how I came up with my Vegas Strip, just the outer parts. I am going to have follow-up videos for each build that I have just in this realm. And within this time, I know that it was kind of hard for me to figure out what I wanted to do as in the shape of the buildings. I know that I just wanted it to look as clustered as possible, which is really great to do with the Twisted Mexie's tool mod. I swear he is a life changer when it comes to The Sims 4. But using the tool mod, scaling down buildings, being able to place them wherever I want, building up the terrain by either moving these extra palm trees or going across it with filler pieces. The most creative thing that I think that I've done is taking those outdoor restrooms, which is like the stylish porta potties for the City Living pack, with the billboards, and use them as structures on the street as well as structures for buildings. I don't know why I didn't think to get this creative when I initially started building, because if you're somebody who's been playing Sims for almost 20 years now, like I've been playing this since I was a little kid and not even probably old enough to even play The Sims, but I always was attracted to the builds and the towns. And I feel like with all of the game packs that we have, the debug options really help to kind of give your game a little bit more life, because I know the gameplay has gotten a little dwindled over the years. We kind of just buy packs just to get stuff. And I wanted to bring a little bit more, because initially I would love to make an LP, but I know when it comes to my gameplay, I like my Sims to go to really dope places, whether it's taking something off of the gallery and contributing to my world, or me coming up with something so imaginative that I'm just like, yeah, this is something that I would go to in my real life. And I mean, as a game life simulator, shouldn't we bring this game back to life in the best way that we can? So, going back into the game, at this part, I know for sure these buildings overall, when I started to scale them up and down and get the coloration, I wanted to stick with more of the lighter washes of color for the building. So during the day, those pale blues, those weird gray and brown tones look like any other attraction that's during the day with cities like Vegas, Atlantic City, shoot, even New York. Just places that, oh my God, at night it looks amazing and magical and it's so bright. And when you're picking the debug options, if you're trying to recreate your own city, make sure it's the ones that has the most windows, because it looks so dynamic at night that you just get lost in, I really made this. Like, the coloration looks amazing. But during the day, when you look at these cities, it looks super boring. You're just like, these blah buildings gave you all of that jazz. Like, okay, I see you. But as I was building it, and because it's along the water, I was like, this low-key look like Miami. I could have switched this up and said Miami SaveFile, but we gonna keep it rocking and make it only Vegas. So if you're from Vegas and if you see this video, comment down below if this looks a little close to the strip as I can get. If you're a Simsy player, comment down below any options of things that I should add or tweak. I don't know too much about the city, but I would love for a native to tell me a couple of gems that I can probably add to this, structure, and see if I can get it even more realistic. Another great piece of gameplay that I added in was from Arnie. He does those open world mods, and he has an option that you can basically add into your world venues and interactive shells. So that was another piece that I added into the area, just so it gives more clutter, because obviously all these debug options that I'm placing down, you can't really interact with it. But the great thing about his is that his open world mods, you add it to your game and it kind of takes it to the next level, because at least it's a shell. The shell, I believe, is from the university pack, if I'm not mistaken, and it kind of gives your sim an extra place to go, and it's cool to have it just as an extra place for your sim to go if you don't want to go to your actual lots. And that mod again is called World Edit. Another great mod to add to kind of, adding more deco pieces and debug pieces, and knowing that you love that world, you're set on how everything is. Another thing that I added was the rename mod. I'll put all the mods that I used in my description box down below. And what I did with that is rename the world to Vegas and all the other cities that I'm going to do. So that was really cool to just have that option. And then there's another mod, I believe it's called like Copy Worlds. And that's if I really, really like the world. And like I said earlier, I could probably make Miami. But I don't know with Oasis Springs. It needs more water for that. But that one is called Copy Worlds. And it's another great option to have in your game. I think they had to upgrade it just because there's something about it that it like gets a weird bug that like creates holes in the world. But that could probably just be the base game itself, because I have so many mods in my game. But overall, I don't want to ramble. Another thing that's really, really great about the world edit mod is that any pre-existing thing that's on the floor, because you know that in certain worlds, if your sim doesn't even have a place to eat or sleep, there's benches, places for the kids to play. And because this is Vegas, I'm sorry, I had to take out the jungle gym. I moved all of the porta potties into spaces that the sims could go to that's not going to mess up my overall design. And I just feel like it didn't go with the vibe. So bye, honey, bye. And I'm gonna let this rock out and finish up this. Please give a big thumbs up. It's a great contribution to my page just to see more videos like these. And as always, comment down below anything you would like to see from my page and my channel. Follow all of my social medias, and most importantly, subscribe to see more tutorials and even mod hauls from me. And I'll see you in the next video. Later, lovies. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Comment down below anything you'd like to see from my channel, whether it's mod reviews, speed build ideas, and as always, subscribe to see more tutorials, hauls, and videos from me, and I'll see you in the next video. Later, lovies.